Hello, everyone. Here we are at lesson 57. Again, 5 review ideas. I am not the victim of the world I see. Well, now, we would absolutely swear that we are. Remember in the beginning, it said everything you believe is upside down and backwards. It's 180 degrees off, and everything you believe is totally untrue. Oh dear, you can begin to see how this is. It says, nope, you're not a victim of the world. And then it says, I've invented the world I see. I can hardly be a victim of something I have invented. There is another way of looking at this world that I've invented. I could see peace instead of this world of attack. And finally, my mind is part of God's. I am very holy. That means my mind, myself, is a part of love, and holiness means deriving from divinity. I am actually a divine presence. So back up to this first one. It says, how in the world can you pretend like you're a victim when the world that you have made up, that you have chosen, can be completely undone? It says you can drop off your chains anytime you want to. The prison door is open. Walk out whenever you want to. Nothing holds you except our wish to stay. Now, we didn't realize that we're wishing to stay, but now you're finding this out. It says, I would give up my insane wishes. Now, see, insane is not supposed to be a pejorative. It's not supposed to be insulting you. It's just saying they aren't sane. They aren't rational. It doesn't make any sense to stay in a prison when the door is open and you could walk out whenever you want to. It says we made up this prison in which I need to see myself, and all I have to do is recognize this and walk right out the door. I have deluded myself into thinking it's possible for me to be imprisoned. That love could be imprisoned? What kind of walls are going to imprison love? I was terribly mistaken in this crazy idea, and I don't want it anymore. I was created forever free. Nothing has ever happened to that. I'm always the way I always was and always will be. And nothing that I make up or invent or dream can ever make me a prisoner. There's nothing that can contain me. I have no boundaries, no edges. Nothing can put a fence around me, but I can make up some insane ideas and then adapt to those insane ideas. Now, this third one that says, well, there is another way of looking at this insane world that I've invented. The purpose of this world is ego-driven. It's all about ego maintenance, but there must be another way of looking at this, even though I invented it out of my insanity. Everything I see now is upside down. My thoughts are the opposite of the truth, for the obvious reason that attack ego thoughts are the opposite of love. That should be self-evident. And then it says, it must be that this world is really a place where I can be set free if this is the place where I think I'm a prisoner. If I can just look upon the world with love, then it's an entirely different ballgame. In fact, I could see peace everywhere I now see conflict. I could allow this world to reflect the laws of love, the laws of giving, the laws of expansion, instead of the rules that I have made up for it right now. Like, for instance, I've made up a rule that says the way I have something is to get, except that's not true. The way I have something is to give it. So all the laws that I've made up are actually in opposition to the laws of love. That's not going to serve us. I just need to change my mind about everything. What's important, what I am, what makes me safe, whether I'm imprisoned or not. Oh, I have a lot of things to change my mind about, but they're all a package deal. I can understand that peace and not war abides right here in this world. Remember, I'm making up the world. I can make it up any way I want. And I can begin to see that peace also abides in the hearts of everyone, and everything. And as I share my own peace with the world, as love becomes more important to me than attack and hatred, I can feel that peace comes from deep within me. However you define yourself, you'll still realize that something within you is peaceful. And the world that is your world to inhabit takes on this light. I begin to release my crazy ideas, and a sweeter, kinder, more loving world looks back at me. Remember, the world is just my state of mind looking back at me. And then it says, I can begin to understand, and not intellectually, but I can begin to have an awareness of all of the beauty and the peace and the holiness of everything and everyone that is right here, right now, hasn't gone anyplace. The oneness of all things still exists right where I am, and the releasing of my insanity allows me to become aware of it. It doesn't mean that I make it. It doesn't mean that I go get it. It means that finally there is a space where I can become aware of it, which is the effect of walking out of the prison. So I'm not literally walking out of anything. I'm just releasing the things that seemed to imprison me, but couldn't possibly once I decide to change my mind. I hope you have a wonderful day walking out of your own particular prison. Bye.